Well, I am here with, first of all, my good friend, Donna Dostal, but Donna is also the president and CEO of the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation. Donna, thank you for joining me. And
Oh, Andy, it's so great to see you. Thank you so much for having me on today. And it is so good to see you, my friend.
yeah, well, there's so many things we can talk about. So let's just dive in. We're first going to talk about the 2021 Community Impact Grants, because that has a date of like March 31st, right?
That's right. That's right. So this is a great and timely conversation. So at the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation, we really focus on granting and amplifying individual and community philanthropy into Southwest Iowa. And we do that in one way through our impact grants. Last year in 2020, we granted out to 36 different organizations a little over $54,000. And the demand, though, was tremendous. We had over $90,000 worth of requests from 60 organizations. So it is a bit of a competitive opportunity, but it really does focus on Pottawatomie County and the things that communities are doing to really help make their communities strong, whether it's Freedom Rocks that you can see throughout the towns in Southwest Iowa, or all even Heartland Family Service, the work that they're doing in their Iowa Family Works program. We grant all the way from soup to nuts, and so anywhere from $500 to $5,000 for organizations really doing the work that really creates community. And so the date for that, the deadline for applications is March 31st, just like you said.
Yep, it's coming up soon.
Yes.
All right, so let's move into the Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa.
Oh, such a great opportunity. And Andy, you and I have talked a couple times about the Women's Fund. So when I started at the Community Foundation in 2018, we really started the work of identifying the most pressing needs that are facing women and their families in Southwest Iowa. And we identified 4 key focus areas. Access to affordable quality childcare, aging in place for our moms in Southwest Iowa, women's health, safety, and well-being, and then finally, education for women of all ages. And so over time, we've raised money towards that fund, and then also have developed a wonderful measurement tool for nonprofits that we have been granting to measure their impact in the community. And last year, 2020, in the very throes of COVID, we opened up our very first granting cycle and granted to 8 organizations over the course of the year for a total of $69,900. And so last year was our first granting year, and we're getting ready and ramping up for a new granting cycle for the Women's Fund in Southwest Iowa. So some of the ones that we just granted to at the end of 2020 was CHI Health, Mercy Hospital. They are focusing on telehealth or services for survivors of domestic violence. We're also granting to All Care Health Systems. They created a passport program to really enhance women's health and help women, especially those that are at or below the poverty level, really understand the proactive nature of healthcare for women. So we're excited to be partnering with them, and we'll be announcing our next granting cycle. It starts in May, and we're actually going to offer a grant workshop in advance of that in late April. So nonprofit partners can be looking for that.
Okay. Oh my gosh, so important, and that's amazing. All right, we're going to go next to the inaugural Impact for Women Summit slated for October 28th. I know that was going to happen in April, and you needed to change it.
But yes, we had to move it. Yeah, and so we actually have rescheduled it. This is our final time. It is happening October 28th. We had to reschedule it 3 times because of the issues with COVID. Yeah. And so we are so honored to say that one of our very dear and heartfelt friends is going to be emceeing the event. Andy Hoy will be emceeing the event. It's actually a half-day event. We're focusing on the 4 key areas of the Women's Fund, but bringing in subject matter experts to talk about what those 4 key areas look like right now in Southwest Iowa and our region. So Debbie Durham she is the director of Iowa economic development. She's going to be starting the day off talking about women in the workforce. Then we pivot. The next person will be Lakeland Hogan from Home Instead Senior Care. She'll be talking about aging in place in Iowa and rural communities. The third person presenting during the morning hours will be Dawn Oliver Wyan. She is the president and CEO of the Iowa Women's Foundation, and she's going to be talking about the state of health of affordable quality childcare in the state of Iowa. And then finally, our keynote speaker is amazing, Elizabeth Smart.
Yeah.
Some
Wow.
domestic, she's a human trafficking survivor. And so that is really going to cap the day off in an amazing way. She's an advocate for women, especially against violence against women and human trafficking.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this event, and I believe, yes, this will be the final. This will happen.
Oh, it's happening. It is happening, and it will be a sort of a hybrid event. Yeah. So we'll have folks in person at the Ameristar Conference Center over here in Council Bluffs, and then also it will be broadcast virtually.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Where you can
forgive me,
reach so many more people. So
yes,
that's exciting.
Very exciting.
Let's go into partnership with Share Omaha. We know they have Do Good Week coming up here soon, and you guys, so take it away.
So for us on the Iowa side, we partner very closely with Share Omaha already. We partnered them with partnered with them for Giving Tuesday, and it's particularly on the Iowa side. And we offered an additional match to endowments on our side and raised $3.5 million in like a split second. It was amazing. And so this year we are partnering with them also on Do Good Week in April, which I believe starts on, it wraps up the last day of Do Good Week is, I believe, April 27th.
It's April 19th to the 24th.
24th. So the Do Good Celebration Week, Celebration Saturday, we are helping to sponsor that, and we're providing $12,000 in prizes for Southwest Iowa nonprofits, in addition to the amazing sponsorship of F&B Omaha and Omaha Steaks. So on the Iowa side, we are coming forward and offering additional prize dollars. So excited to be partnering with Marjorie Moss and her entire team.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just, that collaboration is amazing. All right, so we have like 2 minutes left, and we're getting through all this. Southwest Iowa COVID-19 Response Fund. Let's talk about that.
So in partnership with the Iowa West Foundation, who absolutely is like an icon of philanthropy in Southwest Iowa and in our entire Omaha metro area, we partnered with them early on at the onset of COVID-19 to make sure that there was a streamlined process for nonprofits to apply for much needed funding, but also a vehicle for individuals and organizations to make sure that their money was getting to the area of greatest need. And so ever since we started the fund last year in March, we raised almost $3 million and have granted out about 1.2 million. And Iowa West is, put in almost 1.5 of their own money. We raised 700,000. And so it just, and then also had some available money if we needed to go and tap into that. But to date, just some of the amazing opportunities that have come through because of philanthropy in our region have just been phenomenal. And, between Iowa West and us being able to grant that kind of money to make sure that our nonprofits are able to survive and get the much needed assistance directly to people, whether it's food, rental assistance, help with legal fees through Iowa Legal Aid, all of those organizations that are doing the work with individuals and families to make sure that they had the much needed support during this very, very difficult time in our communities. So we are definitely Iowa strong, and with the partnership of Iowa West, we've really been able to touch the lives of so many people.
Yeah. Well, we're about done with our time limit, and I know we talked about, we got so much information in there, Donna, so much going on in Pottawatomie County, Southwest Iowa. Just people can find more out on your website, and I know the website's at the bottom of the screen. Yes. And I look forward to talking with you like in a couple months, and we'll keep the conversation going about everything, everything you're doing and how it impacts both the Iowa side and also Nebraska side. I mean,
Absolutely, because we are a region, and the being able to be a supported and strong region in Southeast Nebraska, Southwest Iowa. That's what we're here to do, is to make sure that our region is strong and our community is healthy. So we're excited to be able to come and talk with you today, Andy. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Donna. And folks, we'll be right back.